What's up, happy people? I trust that everyone has a smile on their face today. I'm genuinely excited to see you. I love the topic of the day, the solar system. There's truly something magical about laying out at night and wondering what that world must be like up there. People have been doing it for many, many years, as you know. I challenge each of you to go out tonight and spend a few minutes with someone you love, of course, looking up at the stars. Can't go wrong with that. In the meantime, let's play some trivia. What are we giving away, you ask? Well, your choice of an As High As I Am hat and Linker visor. Where the hell did I put those hats? I really wanted to show you these hats. They're really cool. They have like a camo one. It was pretty cool. Anyway, I'll find them later. I'll show it to you. Just in case you want to look up at the daytime, obviously, you'll wear the hat when you want to do that. So let's get started. Let's start with an easy one relevant to Earth that all of you should know because you should have learned it in junior high. For question 1, how many planets are closer to the sun than the Earth? Is it 2, 3, or 4? Huh? This is an easy one. I think it's an easy one. I don't know if you're paying attention. Here's a funny little fact about Earth. The days are getting longer. When Earth was formed about 4.6 billion years ago, each day would have been about 6 hours long. Our days increase by 1.7 milliseconds every 100 years. So the answer to this particular question, as a side note, is 2. Oh, see, most of you got that one correct. All right, it's not, I know it's a tough subject. It's a long time ago that you learned this stuff, but it's interesting stuff. Those two are obviously Mercury and Venus. Then it's us, then Mars, and so on. So, moving on to Q2. Speaking of Earth and the Sun, let's explore that a little bit more. For Q2, how far away is Earth from the Sun? 12 million miles, 93 million miles, or 93 billion miles? That's kind of a big difference between those two. Interesting fact, light travels at a speed of 186,287 miles per second, meaning it takes about 500 seconds for light from the sun to reach the Earth. In comparison, it takes nearly 6 hours for the sun's light to hit Pluto. So the answer to the question is 93 million miles. And look at that. 3 of you correct, 2 incorrect. We are just whittling them down rapidly right now. That's okay. You can buy back in. You have one of those as high as Zane, bring me one of those as high as I am hats. I'd love to show these guys. That'd be amazing. The jump from million to billion with a B is so massive, even in space, right? It's crazy. So let's move on. A few planets in our solar system are classified as the terrestrial planets. And for Q3, which planet is not considered a terrestrial planet? Is it Mercury, Venus, or Saturn? Which one is it? Come on, you can get this one. Terrestrial planets are called terrestrial planets because of their composition. They are primarily made up of rock and or metal and have a solid surface. The other planets known as the gas giants, and that includes the one and only Saturn. See, everybody knew that one. Okay, all right, most of you got that correct. One incorrect. We're still hanging on by a thread here. Let's keep going. Other gas giants include Jupiter, Neptune, and Uranus. And yes, Tammy has been known to call me a gas giant from time to time. Just saying. Moving on. Let's talk about the sun again. It is quite literally the reason any of us are here and that life continues to thrive on this planet. For Q4, the sun takes up how much of all the mass in the solar system? Is it 25%, 61%, or 99%? Another tough question. Let's not forget here, the sun is absolutely ridiculously massive. It's really hard to understate just how big it is. For example, it would take 1.3 million Earths, 1.3 million people to fill in the sun. That's crazy. It is so big, it takes up 99% of all the mass in our solar system. Boom! Look at that. 0 correct. I know that was a crazy one. It's absolutely a crazy fact. I'm going to give you a second here to buy back in to purchase one of these. Oh, you didn't know that I had this that I knew I had this on my head. I see where you're at. The actual percentage is 99.86%. Jupiter and Saturn account for about 0.13%, and the rest of the solar system is about 0.001%. Feeling small yet? I think we are. Moving on. Somewhere out there in the solar system exists a ton of asteroids, all located in a belt-like formation. For your last questione of the day, between which two planets is the asteroid belt located? Is it Jupiter and Saturn, Mars and Jupiter, or Earth and Mars? Another crazy question. This is a tough one. This could have been a no-brainer. Somebody could have bought back in here and won. The asteroid belt was first discovered in 1801 when astronomers discovered the dwarf planet Sirius, which hangs out with the rest of the asteroids, in which there are about 1 million. The asteroid belt is located right in between two planets called Mars and Jupiter. Boom! Look at that. No one bought back in. They didn't want my hat. Is it because I wore it? Is that why you guys didn't want it? So it looks like we have no one left in the game. Must have made these questions too hard, but it was really interesting, right? I just love the solar system questions. I think they're so great. Well, that's it for the solar system game today. See, I told you we were going to have fun, regardless of whether you won or not. I love the game. So fun. I would like to give a big thank you to everyone for playing, as always. If you guys had fun today, do us a favor and tell your friends about us. Go to your event feed and share that event with friends, inviting them to play tomorrow. We'd love to have everybody on board. Remember, the more people that play, the bigger these prizes are going to get. Join us here again tomorrow for a brand new slate of trivia. And remember, you are all winners in my book. Love you. Cheers.